from Sacramento, California, ready for Rocky Lockridge and Tony Lopez. Lopez, the hometown favorite, with a record of 29-1, 22 KOs. In fact, that only loss was on a disqualification. He had his man down and out, gave him an extra whack. And here comes the challenger. Sellout crowd here at the ARCO Arena welcoming the challenger, the hometown kid from Sacramento, Tony the Tiger Lopez. And a somewhat different greeting for the champion, Rocky Lockridge. I think you can call those affectionate boos, but you'll know where the hearts are here today in Sacramento. The champion is not bothered by that at all. He's used to it. He has won on foreign soil many times. 43-5, 35 knockouts for the champion, Rocky Lockridge, 29 years of age, from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. In foreign territory today here in Sacramento, the champion coming up the steps, ready to take on the challenge of this young man, Tony Lopez of Sacramento. So we'll be back with this championship bout after this message and a word from your for our Lockridge Lopez bout. Let's go to ring announcer Jim Hall.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's scheduled 12-round IBF World Junior Lightweight Championship bout, presented by Don Chargan Productions and Main Events. The judges assigned for this match are Mike Liena, Barry Yates, and Frank Rustich. Your referee is Robert Bird. Introducing first the challenger. In the red corner, fighting out of Sacramento. He weighs in at 129 3/4 pounds with a professional record of 29 wins, 1 loss, with 22 knockouts. The IBF's 10th ranked contender. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony the Tiger Lopez. Gentlemen, the champion in the blue corner, fighting out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey. He's weighing in at 128 pounds with a professional record of 43 wins, 5 losses with 35 knockouts. Here is the IBF World Junior Lightweight Champion, Rocky Lockridge.
I gave you instructions. This is pre-fight instructions. The only thing I'm going to reiterate now is when I tell you to stop, I want you to stop. When I tell you to break, I want you to break and break clean, okay? On a nice, clean, active fight, okay? All right, corners, be careful your Vaseline, be careful your water. Let's go.
Robert Bird, the referee. I don't think you'll have to worry about an inactive fight. There's a look at the tail of the tape, 128 pounds. The concern on behalf of Gil Clancy for the champion, Rocky Lockridge, coming in a little under that 130-pound weight, and they're actually not even working in the gym the last couple of days. 5'5", he's the shorter of the two boxers, but he's beaten many a taller man. Tony Lopez in the tiger striped trunks, and the champion, Rocky Lockridge, in white. The judges, Mike Liena from Chicago, Barry Yates from Houston, Frank Rustich from San Diego. Well, a little test of physical strength and an early clinch there.
There's that looping right hand that Lockridge does so successfully, Tim.
It sure does, and we've commented that oftentimes he doesn't seem to know where the target is, but it's like radar. He lands it anyway with his head down. And he's missed 2.
We said that Lopez was going to get off to a fast start, and he sure has, snapping that jab and trying to throw combinations.
Watching Lopez in training at Auburn, we noticed that he has a big overhand right of his own, so we could see them both arrive at the same time.
If that happens, we'll have a double knockout.
Round number 1, scheduled for 12. Now, the IBF Championship distance, still 15 rounds until September 1st of this year. But here in California, the state rules supersede. And in California, they allow only 12 rounds for the championship distance. So this is a 12-round bout. The challenger Lopez has Jimmy Montoya working this corner, well-known California boxing trainer, along with his own trainer Will Edgington and cutman Norman Lockwood.
Lopez has a good snapping jab. Could be the difference in winning and losing rounds.
In the Lockridge corner, manager Lou Duva, trainer Georgie Benton, cutman Ace Murata. 2 solidly professional corners. By the challenger Lopez.
Lockridge has been through this so many times, Tim. He's just completely relaxed in that ring.
1 minute to go, round 1.
Good left hook to the body by Lopez, Tim.
He is a good body puncher, and he's improved that in recent bouts. Under 30 seconds we go. Lockridge, well known as a good body puncher. Super concentration by Lockridge. Final seconds of round number 1. Here's that good left jab. Round number 2, the challenger Tony Lopez off the stool against Rocky Lockridge, scheduled for 12. Lopez, the hometown hero from Sacramento. Lockridge from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, the experienced champion. His 11th title bout. Right hand by Lopez. That rocked Lockridge. But he fires back.
Tim, that looping right hand of Lockridge is a double-edged sword, because anytime he misses it, it comes right back with a left hook to the body.
Lopez landed another good right of his own. And he'll loop that overhand right as well. Like that. Lockridge pulled away from most of that. The crowd thought it was worse than it was.
From their perspective, better than it was, Tim.
From their perspective.
In Lockridge's last couple of fights, he's been able to manhandle his opponent on the inside. This kid is strong.
He got wobbled by a left hook. The champion, Lockridge, rocked back. And another solid left by the challenger, Lopez. Lockridge in his last outing won the decision over Harold Knight. That was a 15-rounder in April. He defended his IBF crown twice, stopping Johnny De La Rosa prior to defeating Knight on points. 29-year-old champion, 25-year-old challenger. Some good defense by the challenger here as Lockridge trying to bang to the body. Lopez took him on the arms. His brother, Sal Jr., a former boxer, has worked with him on defense. And he thinks he's improved dramatically. There's a good right by the champion.
Any chance Lockridge gets, he feeds that left hook underneath, Tim. That could be an important factor later in the fight. Lou Doolin is yelling to the body, to the body. Hey, there's that looping right hand, but he comes back at that left hook underneath.
We're under the 30-second mark in round 2. Chopping right hand by Lopez. He bangs to the body.
Beautiful combination.
Coming to the end of round number 2. Good round for the challenger. Round number 3. Lockridge a little slow to get out of the corner. Not hurting anyway, but just a little extra tension given him by Lou Duva and George Benton. We're in round 3, scheduled for 12. Lopez in the tiger stripes. Lockridge the champion in white.
Hang head's pretty good that time, Tim.
The challenger, Lopez, has never been down and has been cut only once in his 30-fight career. And here Lou Duva saying, touch him, touch him. We'd like him to close the distance. The champion, Lockridge. There's a good solid left by Lockridge, jabbing a little more effectively.
Tim, this is a war between two little bulls. Both guys very, very strong physically.
Are you not impressed with how relaxed the challenger Lopez is?
Tim, he's fighting a very, very good fight. The hometown crowd has him all keyed up, but he's not losing his cool.
Not at all. And, you know, he boxes pretty well, but he's been known to stand there and bang when that adrenaline gets going. So far, he's been very contained. Good left jabs again by the challenger Lopez. 2 in a row.
Tim, when the rounds are even, that's going to make the difference in the scoring. Inside, they're just about even, but outside, Lopez scores the points with that jab.
Lockridge did not take him for granted. He studied several videotapes, even though he naturally feels confident that his experience will prevail. He took a good look at Tony Lopez.
Tim, every time that right hand goes over Lopez's head, the left hook comes back to the body.
Short right inside by Lopez.
And a short left hook behind it, Tim. Beautiful combination.
Under a minute to go. Round 3. Constant pressure by Lockridge. That's what challengers expect from him. He's going to fight 3 minutes of every round. You don't get to rest.
Well, Rocky keeps that left foot right in between the other guy's feet, always in front of the guy.
Right hand lead tried by the challenger, fell short. Under 30 seconds we go in the 3rd. Lockridge has not been able to land with that overhand right of his so far. Coming to the end of round number 3. Round number 4, scheduled for 12. Rocky Lockridge defending his IBF junior lightweight crown at 130 pounds against Tony Lopez of Sacramento, with nearly 11,000 fans jammed into this ARCO arena, and almost all of them, to a man or a woman, cheering for Lopez. Good right hand by Lopez. His looping right landed. Lockridge picks up the pace now.
Inside, Lockridge is throwing the wide punches, and Lopez is punching inside Lockridge's punches.
A lot of poise shown by this challenger. His first major bout in his last fight, he stopped the Canadian Tony Pep in 3 rounds, a Canadian champion back in March. But he has not fought the kind of fighters that Lockridge has in his long career.
Complete difference in the experience of the two fighters. Nice combination.
Lopez landing and backing up the champion Lockridge. Temperature of about 100 degrees outside here in Sacramento, but we're in an air-conditioned arena. Yet both these guys are sweating freely.
Tim, Lockridge's right hand, he just can't land the right hand. It just seems like it's a setup for the left hook.
The Lockridge pace looking more like it usually does from about round 4 on. Busy, busy, busy. And Lopez so far matching him blow for blow. Under a minute to go in round 4. Good right hand by Lopez.
Lockridge is punching outside. Lopez is punching inside.
There's a good right by Lockridge down the pipe. Short right inside by the champion. Under 30 seconds we go. Trading body blows, and Lopez landed to the head. Coming to the end of round number 4. A better round for the champion, picking up his pace. Round number 5, scheduled for 12. Rocky Lockridge in tough against the challenge of Tony Lopez. At least to this point, we've got Lopez slightly ahead, giving him the first 2 rounds. Rounds 3 and 4, well, they could go either way on the judges' scorecard.
Tim, Lockridge's forte has always been inside, but this kid is beating him to the punch inside.
They're live on CBS Sports Saturday from Sacramento, California. Don't forget, full coverage of the finish of the Tour de France tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern Time on CBS Sports Sunday. Chopping right by Lockridge to the face of Lopez, and a good solid jab back from the challenger. Lopez very pleased with his own conditioning. He said, it's the best I've ever been. He's found muscles I didn't even know I had.
Well, Tim, so far, Rocky has not been able to push him back with those strong shoulders and elbows and forearms that he uses. Kid's a strong kid. Lockridge seems to be getting the range a little bit better now, Tim.
Yes, he does. And Lockridge told us yesterday.
Good right hand by Lockridge.
They have to fight my fight. He said, I dictate what goes on in there, and if they can beat me that way, fine. But he said it just doesn't happen. Now there's a good combination by Lockridge. He's got his rhythm going now. The champion Lockridge picking it up.
You could just spot the way he turned it into another gear.
Under a minute to go, round 5. Missing that overhand right. Nicely timed defense by Lopez, ducking under, and a short left from Lopez, and a good right hand.
And he hurt Lockridge with those punches, Tim.
Lockridge was wobbled a little, and he grabbed the challenger Lopez. Lopez has been able to time that overhand right and duck under it.
But he ducks right into the left hook, Tim, every time he ducks under it.
Inside combination from the champion Lockridge. A good right-hand lead from Rocky Lockridge. Coming to the end of round number 5. Round number number 6, Tony the Tiger Lopez, giving his hometown crowd quite a thrill to this point into the 6th round. He had the champion a little bit of trouble in round 5 with a solid right hand that wobbled him. And a good finish to the round by the champion Lockridge. Close fight as we see it right now, with a slight edge to the challenger Lopez.
Lockridge has very, very good concentration, Tim.
And with a left hook, closing the distance, Lockridge.
There's that left hook every time after the right hand. Well-schooled fighter, Lockridge.
Lopez having a little more trouble finding Lockridge now here in round 6.
Well, Lockridge is getting off first a little more now, Tim.
With a little blood, a right hand by Lopez, a solid one. And another left. There's some blood at the corner of the right eye of Lockridge that occurred before the right hand. And then Lopez, seeing it, landed a big right hand right on it. Toe-to-toe they go on the far side.
See, Tim, he just can't outbull this kid. Kid is a strong kid. And now Lopez is cut on the nose.
High on the nose, it appears, and he rocks the champion again. Crowd is on its feet here at ARCO Arena. That might be Lockridge's blood. We'll see at the end of this round. Under a minute to go. Another right to the head of Lockridge.
He has Lockridge in trouble, Tim.
Right hand by the champion. Ace Murata is going to be a busy man in the Lockridge corner, working on the cut. Under 30 seconds we go. Lockridge now backing up Lopez, trying to stay close.
He knows what he has to do now, Tim. He's in danger. He's going to have to try to get this kid out of there.
Yeah, I think that is Lockridge's blood. Lopez is not cut. The champion is. Coming to the end of round 6. There's a look at Lopez. Let's see if we can get into the Lockridge corner and have a look at that cut. Lopez, big round for him, and they're working on Rocky Lockridge, cut over his right eye. We're screened, and now you can see as they attend to it, Ace Murata, the cut man, Duva in the corner there as well, and the champion Rocky Lockridge had difficulty weathering the storm in round number 6. Now he had just opened up the cut slightly, and then bang, that big right hand. You saw the left lead, and then the right hand behind it. The cut was already open, and he knew he had him in trouble. Tony Lopez, the hometown hero, and this crowd came to its feet when they saw the champion in trouble. The cut looks bad. We have a good view of it. It's right above us. We're in the Lockridge corner. It's a very bad cut on the right eyelid of the champion, Rocky Lockridge.
That's the worst place for a cut to be, Tim. It's inside the eye socket on the eyelid. Very angry cut. Now, Tim, this is, for me, the most important round of the fight. Lopez expended a lot of energy. If he can put another good round together, he's in command.
We've had a minute and a half between rounds, apparently, and the timekeeper to our right, just even the crowd knows. So does the Lopez corner. It mistimed this break in nearly 2 minutes. I did not see the doctor come to take a look at that cut at any point. Did you, Gil?
No, I did not, Tim. Very unusual.
It's a bad cut. We're in round number 7.
Tim, this is the key round. If Lopez can hold his own this round, he's in great shape to win the fight. Lockridge knows what he has to do. He's going to have to try to score a knockout. And you know, Tim, a lot of times a fighter can feel that he's very, very tired, expended a lot of energy, looks like he can't go anymore. All of a sudden, he cuts the other guy, and he gets a surge of adrenaline, gives him confidence.
Lopez fighting very calmly and collectively here as he just landed a good combination to the head of the champion. A lot of poise. There's another good combination by Lopez, and the blood starting to flow again from the eye of Lockridge. Tony Lopez with his brother Sal made it into the top 10, had his career shortened by an eye injury. His brother Sal Sr. was a lightweight in Southern California. Never got a look at the top 10, but was a winning fighter. Tony Lopez trying to win that title for them in the city of Sacramento. Lockridge, who's fought them all the tough guys on the road, not going to be phased by the atmosphere here, but that cut over his right eye is his problem.
And the blood is flowing right into his eye, Tim. Rocky has tried to straighten out that right hand a little bit, Tim. He's not looping it as much.
Round 7 scheduled for 12. The IBF Junior Lightweight crown at stake. Left jab landed by the challenger.
Lopez is breathing very, very hard now, Tim. He's gasping for breath through his mouth. He's going to have to get a second win.
Under a minute to go. Still getting the best of it in this round, though. Lockridge with a good combination. To the body and up to the head. Not a sharp landing blow. Coming to the end of round number 7. Good solid left jabs by Lopez. Round number 8. We're now told that the doctor apparently was on the ring apron after Lockridge was cut in round 6, and that's why there was a longer rest period in California. They will stop the clock if the doctor is in looking at an injured fighter. So we're now told that's why there was a long rest period. We did not see the doctor. There was a lot of traffic in the corner. He was obscured from our view.
Tim, California's rationale for that is they say they want the cornerman to have the full minute to work on the fighter. So if the doctor interrupts him and lets him get away from the cut, they give them the full minute. That's their rationale on having more than a minute between rounds.
We're into round number 8.
Tim, and that cut looks more angry now than at any time in the fight.
Bad cut on the right eyelid of the champion Rocky Lockridge. It came in round number 6.
Lockridge cannot land that right hand, Tim. Every time he throws it, it's over Lopez's head.
Good left inside from Lockridge. Another good left hand from Lockridge. Lopez jabbing. Angry cut takes more impact from the blows of Lopez. And a good combination with a right hand.
Beautiful combination, Tim. 1-2 and a left hook.
Some blood from the mouth of Rocky Lockridge now. Right hand by Lockridge sends Lopez to the canvas. An overhand right by the champion. In round 8, the first time he's ever been down. And he is still wobbling.
Tim, you don't know how you're going to react after you've been down for the first time. Let's see how long the count he gets. What a What a dramatic turnaround, Tim.
One big punch by Lockridge. Tries the right hand again. And there's another right hand. Lopez in trouble. Lockridge here in the 8th round, trying to finish off the challenger, who had him badly cut and a head on our card handily, but Lockridge suddenly with one big overhand right that landed.
Well, we said he was trying to straighten out that right hand, Tim, last round. What did he land? Finally, he landed it.
Under 30 seconds to go in the 8th. Lopez just trying to survive, stay on his feet. Lockridge pouring it on. Lopez finally grabs him.
Here's where conditioning comes in, Tim. All conditioning now.
Final seconds of the 8th
Nailed
round.
again with a right hand.
Lockridge trying to get a clean shot. The end of round number 8. What a comeback by Rocky Lockridge. One big right hand as we go back to the challenger's corner.
Tim, and Rocky Lockridge went back to the corner. He looked like he'd been in a threshing machine. He's bleeding from the eye. He's bleeding from the mouth. It all depends on whether the Lopez conditioning can bring him back. Let's take a look at that big punch by Lockridge.
Back into round number 8. There's that right hand from Lockridge sending Lopez down. Rocky Lockridge, a close-up look at that angry cut on his right eyelid. But a fight that seemed to be going all the way to the challenger Lopez. Suddenly, with one dramatic right hand from the champion, turned around.
Tim, it looked like it hit him on the temple,
Yes,
almost
it did.
in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
I thought on the temple. I thought on the temple, Gil, and yes, the way he reacted, it looked like that kind of a shot that really stunned him. And he got up quickly, but he was still very wobbly, managed to survive the rest of the round. You know, he's never been down, and so, again, you have the circumstance of a fighter not really knowing what to do in that circumstance. Took him a long time to try and grab Lockridge. Now, again, we have a long rest period. I don't know what the answer is going to be this time. There was no doctor. Was he up? Yes, the doctor apparently did come up again to look at Lockridge's cut. An extra 30 seconds in that break between rounds 8 and 9. We're into the 9th, scheduled for 12. Now we'll see how Lopez recovers. Will Edgington, his trainer, working on him with Jimmy Montoya between rounds after the knockdown.
Tim, inside, he gave as good as he got that time. Tough kid.
CBS Sports Saturday live from Sacramento. Tim Ryan and
Big
Joe
right hand by Lopez, Tim, right on the button.
Lopez in the Tiger Trunks, the challenger, against Rocky Lockridge. Tremendously dramatic fight from the opening bell.
Now Lockridge is fighting his kind of fight, Tim. Keeping those hands moving all the time. Keeping his head right on the other guy's chest. It's going to be up to Lopez to punch with him, spin himself out of it, give himself a little room.
Lockridge landed another right hand. Lopez trying to bounce, get his feet under him, use that jab again, but Lockridge with that persistent, consistent style now swarming in on the challenger. Lopez trying to back him up, and he does with the left hand.
Tim, but he looks very, very tired at this point in the fight, Lopez.
Right hand lead by Lockridge. A little blood from the mouth of Rocky Lockridge. Cut under his lip suffered in round number 8. Both fighters ripping punches inside now. Lopez resting up against the ropes.
Lockridge is a working machine now, though, Tim. Puts that foot right there, plants himself. You just can't get away from it.
Under a minute to go in the 9th round. Lockridge continues to pin Lopez against the ropes. Lopez, no doubt, showing some fatigue here as he's unable to move out of there. Hoping to land that one punch that'll back up the champion, but Lockridge is having none of it. Under the 30-second mark we go. Champion Lockridge just keeping up the pressure. Lopez lands a left hand. Lockridge getting the better of this. Short right by Lopez as we come into the final seconds of the ninth. What fight. Round number 3, the champion Rocky Lockridge. Round number 10, the champion Rocky Lockridge. 3 rounds to go is what we're trying to say. Against Tony Lopez from Sacramento, and the champion having turned the fight around. In deep trouble with an angry cut on his right eyelid.
We had mentioned that Lopez looked a little tired in the 7th round, Tim. He has to get a second win to take command of this fight again.
Lopez went down with a big overhand right from Lockridge in round 8 after he had the champion seriously cut and hurt in the 6th round. Lopez lost his balance, but he landed the left jab anyway.
Reaching with his punches, Tim, is a little too far away.
Lockridge will help him close the distance. He wants to be in close. There he goes. Don't forget, after our boxing action on CBS Sports Saturday, the Greater Hartford Golf Championship.
The difference inside, Tim, is that Lockridge is in position to punch. He has that left foot in front of him. And when Lopez goes on the ropes, his feet are even. You can't get any power that way.
Right hand landed by Lockridge. Marado's done a good job in the corner of Lockridge on that angry cut. There's a little blood from it now, but it has not obscured his vision to this point. Good left jab by Lopez. Big right hand by Lopez landed. That backed up Lockridge. Under a minute to go in the 10th. Scheduled for 12.
Good left hook by Lopez, Tim. Looks like he may be coming to life again.
Stepping with the jab. Lopez looks like he does have a little more life in his legs.
Well, they're fighting this round outside, Tim, after Lopez was on the ropes for the entire last round.
Lockridge trying to get him to the ropes again. Into the 30-second mark we go. Two game guys. Been like this from the opening bell. Crowd chanting, Tony, Tony. Coming to the end of round 10. This is round number 11, scheduled for 12. The challenger, Tony Lopez, in the Tiger trunks, has never been this far, never been past 10. Lockridge has been there many times before. He went 15 in his last outing, defending his title against Harold Knight. Stay tuned for the Greater Hartford Open Golf Classic that follows here. There's a rocking punch thrown by Lopez. Buckle the knees of the champion Lockridge. He's got him in trouble again.
What a fight, Tim.
Lockridge,
what a fight.
Fired back a right hand.
Lockridge is really on rubber legs, Tim. Referee almost knocked him down.
Another right hand landed by Lopez. Lockridge pulling back from the last combination, but the champion in difficulty again.
And he's cut under the left eye now.
Two cuts and the sting out of Lockridge's punches here. Just trying to stay busy.
Well, Tim, Lopez did great in the center of the ring. He should get off those ropes.
Lopez apparently taking a little rest in here, hoping to find that one opening. Well, now he finally moves away.
The old veteran was getting the rest in there.
Sure was, and the old veteran knew exactly what he was doing.
And he landed a big right hand.
Cut under the left eye of Lockridge. Bad one on the right eyelid. Under the upper lip as well.
Tim, if I was Lopez now, I'd use that left jab overtime. In the late rounds, the fighters forget about it. That's when it's easy to hit a guy with a jab when they're tired.
Well, this is an excited young challenger here fighting in front of a hometown crowd. I'm sure he's looking for the home run ball.
He's tired, though, Tim. Of course, Lockridge isn't fresh as a daisy either. This has been some war. Again, he's fighting with his feet even, and Lockridge has got that leverage with that left foot in there.
Under a minute to go, round 11. Now the first warning from referee Robert Bird to watch their heads.
Referee's done a good job in this fight, Tim. Anytime you don't see a referee, you know he's doing a good job.
Both landed overhand rights. Under the 32nd mark in the 11th round. Right hand by Lockridge scored. And another. What a war in Sacramento. Final seconds of the 11th round, scheduled for 12. Right hand by Lopez. This place is in chaos. Tony Lopez's fans in Sacramento were on their feet for the entire rest period. With some cheerleaders in his corner, they were up and hollering for Tony the Tiger. Final round, IBF Junior Lightweight Championship at stake. A big cut over the right eye, suffered by the champion in round 6. A knockdown scored by Lockridge in round 8. A close fight now.
Tim, the knockdown could be a 3-point round, and it would take Lopez, he had to win 2 more rounds to get those points back.
Lopez just knocked the
Gel foam, Tim, that gel foam.
Gel foam off the eye of Rocky Lockridge. That cut on his right eyelid, and a good combination scored by Lopez. Now you have to factor in the emotions of the crowd, the noise in here for Lopez if it goes the distance, Gil. Got judges from Chicago, Houston, and San Diego in what appears to be a close fight.
But Tim, judges are only human. When they hear the people scream, they have to say to themselves, well, maybe I missed something. And again, the way Rocky Lockridge looks, I mean, he sure looks like a loser. He's leaking from everywhere.
Lockridge, meanwhile, landed a good straight right hand down the pipe. Seconds
and a
to go
good
on the
left hook, Tim.
Right there.
Lopez better get out of that corner.
This is where Lockridge does his best work. If you stand there, he'll hit you. He'll oblige you.
Tim, this is one of these fights that Lopez is getting every bit out of himself. I don't think he could go a 13th round.
Number 10 ranked Tony Lopez, the hometown hero. What a brawl this has been with the champion Rocky Lockridge a minute to go. Out comes the mouthpiece of Rocky Lockridge. Robert Bird will call time, a California rule. In that circumstance, if the mouthpiece comes out, time is called. It is cleaned and replaced as it has been. Now time will resume.
And Tim, I think that was an advantage for Lockridge because Lopez has just landed a couple of pretty clean punches.
It was a clean punch,
to regroup.
Clean punch that knocked the mouthpiece out for sure. And another right hand by Lopez.
Wobbled Rocky a little bit that time,
Yes,
Tim.
he did. Uppercut scored by Lopez. Coming to the end of the fight. Blood all over the face of the champion. And he keeps firing punches. Final seconds of the fight. There it is. Sacramento fans think that Tony Lopez is the new IBF junior lightweight champion. It'll be a close call, I suspect. We'll find out when we return to Sacramento in a moment. All right, we are back live in Sacramento, awaiting the decision in this IBF Junior Lightweight Championship bout. And let's get the decision from Jim Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Barry Yates scores at 115-112. Judge Frank Roostich scores at 116-112. Judge Mike Gliana scores at 115-112. For the new IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, Tony the Tiger.
Well, there you have it. ARCO Arena is going bananas in Sacramento, California. The new champion, Tony Lopez, congratulated by Lou Duva. A tremendous battle here. Tony, can we get Rocky in here, Lou, please? Tony Lopez. Well, Tony, you prepared for the fight of your life. You got the fight of your life, and you fought the fight of your life. How do you feel?
Terrific. Can't get no better, man.
You must have been scared to death when he knocked you down. That was a new experience.
I didn't remember getting knocked down. I didn't know if I got knocked down or not. I just got up.
Where did that punch land, on the temple?
Right on his chin, I think, though. I don't remember.
Well, we thought it was up on the temple, but either way, we had you ahead at that point in the fight. However, Lockridge is a game guy who can score that one big punch. Were you worried when you went back to your corner that maybe it had been turned around?
No, not really, because I knew I wasn't tired and I knew I could get punches. And I wasn't going to stop punches until I stopped breathing.
Well, here's your proud father. I know this is a family affair. Brother Sal, they were both boxers in their own time. Dad, I know that this got to be the big